Greetings, royal family. I'm back. All right. You read the title. I know that I am long overdue for a power recap. I'm all caught up until the most recent episode, so I have to dial it back. So this video is going to be a quick recap of episode 5 and 6. All right, with much more to come. So make sure you have your notifications on so that you can get notified, because I'm going to be uploading the rest of the power reviews. All right, so let's just get right into it. Episode 5, the only thing that mattered to me on episode 5 is that they killed my boy Proctor, okay? Proctor gets killed. Now, Tiriq was the one who left the back door open and switched off the alarm at Tommy's request. He did take out Elisa Marie, which is Proctor's young daughter. So luckily she wasn't there when her father was brutally murdered. Okay. Now, Tommy also kills in episode 5. He also kills Maria because she was going to be testifying against Tommy and Ghost. So Ghost didn't kill her when he had the chance to. He gave her money instead. But he had to do that because Dre, who I don't understand how he's still alive. Courtney Kemp, what's going on? What are you doing? Anyway, so Dre was with Ghost when he found Maria, went to her apartment and gave her money. Ghost is not stupid. You know, he's not going to kill Maria in front of Dre. He knows Dre is a sloppy snitch. So anyway, Tommy shows up at Maria's apartment. Maria and Sax are talking, and Sax says to Maria, you know, I got another witness, Proctor. So after Sax leaves, he kills Maria. He takes the money that Ghost has given Maria. Then that's when he goes over to Jamie's penthouse, because Proctor was staying with James. So he goes over there and he basically like destroys the place. Like I said, in episode 5, that's all that mattered to me, is that Proctor died. He went out like a G. He did leave Elisa Marie with looks like a memory card in her little locket. And I think that memory card contains the information that was on the computer that he told Cousin Benny that he got rid of. Okay? Let me know if you agree. So that's pretty much all that matters to me in episode 5. Let's move on to episode 6. So Tiriq gets kidnapped in this episode. So Ghost and Tommy have to work together now to save Tiriq. Tiriq texts both Ghost and Tommy, can they meet him somewhere or whatever. So they both meet up at the same place. Tommy thinks that Ghost is trying to set him up. He's saying that it's not a setup. So Vincent pretty much tells Tommy and Ghost, you know, your son stole from me. And, you know, he cut his product. Because remember, Tiriq was using cutting the baby aspirin with the drugs. And the little girl, Effie, saw him and she texted somebody. Who does she work for? Where's Effie at? Anyway. So Vincent wants $1 million. $2 million? No, he wants $1 million. $1 million or $2 million? Does he want 2? I don't remember if it was $1 million or 2. Anyway, so he basically wants $1 million for Tiriq. Otherwise, he is going to kill him. This is what Vincent is telling Ghost and Tommy. They're freaking out. And we find out that Tiriq was working with Vincent. That kid, I swear, he is the most... I will say that he is beginning to smarten up, I guess, or toughen up, I guess. But he still has a lot to learn. He's still a sheltered kid, and he really thinks that he knows everything. And it's like, what did Kanan fill his head with? I mean, we saw scenes last season of his interaction with Kanan, but what the heck did he tell this boy to make this boy do a complete 180 and think that he's some sort of like, you know, drug prince or something like that? Anyway, so Tommy and Ghost, they basically are on their way to deliver the money to Vincent, right? Yeah, it was supposed to be $2 million because I think they only gave him $1 million. Anyway, so they're working together. Lakeisha's in on it. Tasha's in. They're all hustling. Tommy decides to get all of Jason's product. gives him clean cash so they can move this weight, all this other stuff. So on their way, they come up with the money or whatnot. On their way, okay, they think they're in the clear. You see Ghost and Tommy have a nice brotherly moment in the car. And Ghost is like, Tommy, what are we doing here? I'm really curious to see how their relationship is going to end up. Anyway, I'm trying to stay on track. So Jason stops them. Guns drawn, his boys, get them out of the car. And Jason wants to know what the heck is going on. Like, Tommy, you never move this much product by yourself and with your team. So he finds out that him and Ghost are basically doing what it is that they had to do. And Vincent robs them of $1 million right then and there. He takes $1 million from them. If I'm getting the numbers wrong, correct me in the comments. It's been a while. This is an old episode. So I'm watching this scene and I'm like, oh my gosh, Jason. Dang. So they end up still going to Vincent and they only have $1 million. So Tiriq is tied up in a chair. Ghost and Tommy are in a chair as well, sitting in front of Tiriq. And Vincent made it very clear, I wanted $2 million or whatever he said. And they only brought half the money. He doesn't want to hear any excuses. So what he does now is, this is the best part, the second best part of the episode. Vincent puts oranges in a bag, right? A cloth bag. And he takes the sack of oranges and he beats Tiriq in the chest with it. Beats him in the chest. And I felt so excited because for once, he's getting his behind cracked. And I'm here for every second of it. Anyway, so, Tommy and Ghost, they're trying like, Vincent, stop it. Now, when they leave, Tiriq is like flabbergasted because he was like, what are you doing? This wasn't a part of the plan. And I think Tiriq is now understanding like, you don't make deals with the devil, you idiot, but he's a little bit naive. Anyway, moving along, let's see. So he gets beats with the oranges. Now, they have to come up with the money that Jason stole from them, right? So they decide to set up a robbery. Actually, it was Tasha's idea. Was it Tasha's idea? Yes, it was. And then this is when Ramona and Tate and James were meeting. And as far as this little campaign function that they were going to have, Ghost proposes the idea of a cash, whatever it is, cash ballots or cash donations, all cash. So the crew plan to rob the function so that they could get the money back. So this was not a bad idea. I have to be honest with you. Now, in the midst of it, everybody is doing what it is that they're supposed to do. 2-Bit, I said before in one of my older reviews, I'm keeping my eye on 2-Bit because he's a very disgruntled employee. So he's not really feeling all of this, second-hand man type stuff. He has like a takeover spirit. He wants to be the leader. He wants to run stuff. Anyway, this is when 2-Bit, at this function, 2-Bit realizes that Dre is not dead or in witness protection because he sees Dre. Dre is trying to figure out what's going on. All right, so the robbery is a success until there was one guy, I don't remember his name, who decided to be like a hero. So, or try to be like a wise guy. So Ghost decides, hey, take it easy there, fella, and Ghost is strapped. So I noticed he gives his gun to Tate. Why? Remember, Ghost is always 10 steps ahead of everything and everyone. So Tate ends up killing the guy. He knew him from the neighborhood. So he ends up getting shot. Tate is the hero. All right. Now, Cousin Benny and Vincent. Now they have the money. The robbery was a success. So now Tommy and Ghost are on their way to deliver the money to Vincent to get Tiriq. If you ask me, they should have paid $1 million to Vincent and told Vincent to keep Tiriq's sorry behind because he is getting on my last good nerve, okay? So they meet up and all of a sudden pulls up Cousin Benny pulls up, looking fly in his little leather jacket, boss-like, real calm, cool, and collected. So he goes up to Vincent and he says, Vincent, they paid you what they owed you, right? We don't want any problems here. I don't think you want any issues with my family. You know how that goes. So basically, cousin Benny sunned Vincent, and that's interesting. So Vincent retreats. He lets Tiriq go. He retreats. Tiriq gets in the car. Benny, he checks Vincent. Now, Tommy looked a little bit shook in this part. Now, Tommy says, I heard about Proctor. I'm sorry for you. Heard about your Proctor or your cousin or whatever he said. I'm sorry for your loss. To which Benny turns to him and says, James told me, who killed Proctor. Or we're going to, he told me who killed Proctor. We're going to find it or find his killer or whatever it is that he said. That was the first time in all 6 of these seasons that I seen Tommy Teresi Egan, anyway, shook. He looked so shook. And when James looked at Tommy, because remember, he knows him Ghost knows Tommy better than Tommy knows himself. Right? I think that's evident by now. Ghost looked, and Ghost is like, that's when he realized that Tommy indeed killed Proctor. He noticed it right away. Now, I think that Ghost suspected that it might have been Tommy. Reason I say that is because when Ghost got to his penthouse and realized that his place had been shot up and Proctor got killed, he was thinking to himself, okay, he told me about some Igor Unger guy or whatever, which is what he told Benny in this episode. And Benny was going to look into it, I'm assuming. But I think that a little bit of Ghost thought I wonder if this looked like something Tommy would do. I don't know. Let me check. Because why didn't Ghost tell Tommy that Benny was coming? You see what I'm saying? I think that, like I said, Ghost is always 10 steps ahead. I think that he thought it, even though Proctor gave him a name of somebody else, but Ghost probably thought, he probably had a hunch. And I think that's why he told Benny, he asked Benny for help and he didn't say anything to Tommy. Plus, not to mention, they're kind of at odds or whatever. But I think he wanted to test out what he already suspected. I just don't think, I've never seen Tommy that shook in all six seasons. So at that moment, that is when Ghost knew for a fact, because of the look that he, gave Tommy, he knew for a fact that Tommy definitely was the one that killed Ghost. So I know at the end of this episode, if I'm remembering, he was sitting in Tasha's place. Because, they got Tiriq back. He's sitting in Tasha's place. And he's just you could tell that he was really hurt by the Proctor thing. I think his wheels are turning now. And he's like, yo, Tommy is really tripping. He's always tripping, but he's tripping. And he's also flabbergasted at the fact that Tiriq was the one that left that back door open, And he's trying to wonder, are they plotting against me? God only knows what he's thinking. But he did tell Tasha, Tommy killed Proctor. Tiriq helped him do it. Tiriq was the one that left the back door open, because the cops did question Tiriq, and he just blatantly lied. And his mother played along. But those officers, they weren't really buying it. They were suspecting that he probably had something to do with it. So that's episode 5 and 6. Click here. I don't know where it's going to be. Click the box for episode 7, because that is coming up next. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead, go click on the video, and I will meet you in the comments and also on the next video. Make sure you thumbs up this video, like this video if you like it. Get in the comments. Tell me what you think. Do you think that Ghost knew for a fact, Tommy did do this, and that's why he invited cousin Benny without telling Tommy? Or do you think he just didn't tell Tommy because he's not rocking with him? Let me know what you think, Royal Family. And after you like and comment on this video, click for video number 7 or episode 7 of Power Season 6, because this was 5 and 6, so 7 is up here somewhere. All right, until next time, peace.